My friends, let's mix some death metal song. It is from Sinan Antursa Bannockburn. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong. So I've done some things here before recording. I grouped drums. I did some bypassing, some muting on these tracks that I wouldn't want, and I knew that we wouldn't need in this mix. Yes, they are recorded, so why would you mute some recorded tracks? Sometimes record engineers just record several tracks for mixing engineer to have more options on the mixing. Maybe a little part has some problems, replace it, and something like that. We have a lot of unusable tracks here because they are just adding up and making more noise than being a useful track. So it is mostly distorted guitars, drums, yes, and bass, and we have some clean DI electric guitars. So let's just listen to this project. It has really nice melody, by the way. I really like these DIs. I checked this track's original mix on YouTube. I didn't really like it. It's my opinion. I want to do something different here and have a better mixing, on my opinion. So this is going to be several parts, and we will have a full mixing and mastering session. Several sessions, actually. So the muted ones are those tracks that I don't wanna have. Like this one, I don't want to have this, and several others. But I will check if in the mix I needed them, I would unmute. So let's start with drums. As you can hear, drums are not really powerful and effective here. We have a lot of hi-hats and cymbals, but loud hi-hats and cymbals, but we can't hear kick's punch, so we need to enhance the kick. So I can focus this kick 2 for having more sub, more bass, and kick 1 to have more high end and more attacks, 3K attacks, because kick can have very effective attack on 2K, especially on these genres. So this is going to have more subs. I had a plugin from Plugin Alliance, if I'm recording it right. It is better. Let's check with this. It has some 200 Hertz frequencies, resonances that I don't like. So I'm going to control it with re-EQ Yes, it is here. And I don't like here too. Okay. So nice amount of bass. We will get to it later if there was need of some changes. Maybe some saturation would be enough and we would not need to do EQing. EQing is needed, of course, but a little bit of saturation or distortion would be fun. What just happened? Nice. It's just a straightforward saturation distortion. What is going on here? It's just a kind of kick that I want here. Not this choked one. Okay, let's see if we could make it a little bit more gentle. Let's add this on the lower one, kick 2. Seems to be nice. This on this. No, sir. It's good on the first one. These controls are not what they are named. It's working like limiter. What is going on here? That's okay, I will decrease the volume here. Weird. It is really a weird DAW. So, I would want this and less space. Okay. I need more hardness. More input. Hardness wasn't working. Signal was too low. Input signal was too low. Okay, it's all right. Let's go for others. There is some extreme. Yeah, it's this one. It is too loud. If you are right, so we will not need what? I can't talk. These. This is only needed when we have rights. It means less noise. Why I didn't use gate? Because I thought maybe there would be some problems with, maybe not, maybe we would no, it is better. Done, it's better. Cutting is always better. Gate is for lazy ones like me. But here, I don't know why I'm not using it. This guy needs more limiting. Oh, this is going to be 2 or 3 sessions just for drums, I think. We need a limiter. Okay, soft clipper. That would work. Oh, it's limiter and soft clipper together. It is not what I want. So I need overheads to be brighter, to have more control over them, and have saturation on them, distortion effect on them. So I'm trying to find a limiter here, a decent one. Simple and decent relimiter would be good. Relimiter and a distortion plugin to have that effect that I said. Distortion, fuzz, distortion. There was a distortion whatever. Yeah, I think it was this one. Yes, it is a advanced exciter. Yes. Let me add a limiter here. What? Where are we? What happened? A limiter, relimit. Okay. And this relimit is doing what we need. We don't need it to be in high quality, so low latency would do. You could torture yourself like me or use another limiter that has better handling. It is for mastering. It is a simple limiter for mastering, but you could use some advanced limiters too. So we need less output. Okay, now excitement. As you can hear, it is excited a little bit more brightness and more details. Those add excitement. I'm not really happy with this limiter. Let me change it. It's not doing what I want. And it's a great limiter, by the way, but here it's not useful. Replace fx. Limiter. Limiter 3 from Tucon. Yes, it is good. We have some extra high frequencies on this overheads because of this saturation and distortion plugin. It's not a problem for now. It could be a problem after we just set everything up. It is a hard mix. It is a really hard mix. So I need limiter here too. An equalizer, re-EQ would do. I don't want extra low end here. I want this project to be as clean as possible. So some instruments need this cut. You might say this roomy effect is all this drums room has, but we need to control it. We can't just leave everything to exist because it is what defines drums room. It defines drums room, but it needs to be controlled. Okay, it's good for now. For now, it is good. Nice punch. Nice punch. We have some hollow overheads here. It feels so hollow. Was it my wrong? It was hollow as it was. So I need to make it a little bit, EQ it so it would have more body to it. Yes, overheads need, usually we cut on overheads, but here we need to boost some bodies and bring body up. I like to use analog EQ. Do I have? Yes, I have, but I don't know where it was. We could use this one. Okay, it still needs some EQing. It has too much of a, let's say, low end. It has too much body now. It has too much body. So what do we need now? As you hear, drums getting cleaner and more apparel. So they have great presence. Now something is weak. If you could guess, it's snares. Yeah, it is so dynamic. So we have snare up, snare down, snare sample. This is a just instrument used here to enhance snare's quality. Snare up and snare down is what we are focusing on mostly. So the first thing is this dynamic needs to be controlled. So I need a compressor. You could use analog compressors. In this case, maybe a FET compressor would work well, but I'm going with a digital compressor. Yes, I'm leveling, almost leveling here. I don't wanna squash this snare. We will get to that. Maybe I needed to squash it, but for now I'm trying to just gently compress it. Okay. So I need a little bit more attack time and less release time. Okay. All right. Now, yeah, it's snare down. I didn't think. I thought it's something else. So the compressor is needed, and we need an equalizer. Re-EQ at your service. There is some fuzzy effect here, fuzzy sound here that is so interesting for me. So I really love it on snare down. So I try to enhance it. It is a little bit on 10K, a little bit on 2 or 3K, a little bit on lower frequencies, and I like to enhance it. So we don't need extra low frequencies here. Okay. Nice. Nice. Now the compression. Let's use compressor after this snare. There are some debates on where to use compressor before equalizer, after equalizer. On this specific case, I'm happy with after equalizer because I have done what I want with this audio material, and compressor completely changes how an equalizer works if it's loaded before that equalizer. So I wanna keep the results and just compress it a little bit, so I'm using it after equalizer. Nice. Now these two together, they should sound good. It's good. It's good for now. So let's add a compressor on this one too. The exact compressor that I have here. Nice. Now a REQ. We don't need extra low end. This is extra low end for snare. Extra low end is another frequency for kick. Extra low end is another frequency for vocal. So it changes as you switch between audio materials. It varies because extra low end for kick is sub. Extra low end for vocal maybe is 100 Hertz, 150 Hertz. It is the lowest captured frequency related to that instrument. What's going on here? What is going on? I think they all were soloed, so I wasn't hearing what's happening. I was hearing it had so little difference for so much Aten. It happens. These things happen. Don't look at me like that. So it adds mostly low end, lower frequencies, low mid for this this snare bass. We will not need much of higher frequencies, and it should be good. There is some weird honky effect here. I didn't EQ it. I am sorry. I'm trying to control resonances here, so don't get bored. So let's add some other frequencies here too. Not these. It needs to be louder. And wider, and really wider. Kilohertz. What? No. Okay. Kilohertz in stereo. Done. So okay, some balancing and gain staging, a little bit of balancing and gain staging. These tracks need to be bussed separately. So this is an empty track. What? Okay. So I'm adding a folder track or a bus in other DAWs bus track. Let's set the color to this, or it was, I think it was, okay. And what is, okay, it's right. So we need to use panning here smartly, really very smartly. Panning here. So we have these, we have this. They could be, they could be panned. Yes, nice. So it starts from almost far left. Okay. And ends on far right. It actually should be far right. This one should be a little less. And it should be louder. Okay, now we have a balanced tom-tom channel. So these two need to be lower in gain. I want the other ones have more impact, more punch. Yes, I wanted to feel the change when these other tracks start hitting. And each and every one of them need some EQing and some processes. Let's get to it. Re-EQ. We don't need too much of subby frequencies. They just dull the mix up when they are present. Yeah, it is short, but the short impact of non-effective audio materials will show how much your mix is bad. It's better. We have some dullness here. And we better do it on centered mode, centered position on panning. See, lighter sub. That's what I'm talking about. We don't need those extra low frequencies on tom-toms. These frequencies are making that impact. And some saturation, of course. Okay. Now let's go to this. It was far right, right? No, it was panned. I think it was centered. I will find out. And there was a ability, I think we could bypass the no, that was on Cubase. I am sorry. That was on Cubase. We could just bypass the panning, and panning would stay on the position that it had, just bypassed, and you would hear it on mono. After you are done with your whatever doing and you need to hear it on mono, you could just activate it and the panning position was there. This one has a lot of subs. This one has a lot of subs. So do you hear those resonances? Tom-tom is full of resonances. You hear tom-tom with resonances, but we need to make them less annoying and more effective. We have some resonances here too. So you need to cut more. Okay. Who is it? Wrong channel. What? Tom-toms. Nice, nice. These two sound good. This one is too low. And the panning? What? Where is the panning? Where did it go? Oh, weird. When I'm opening mixer, panning is not here. Okay. Not cool. So the other ones, boom, this increased resonances, this increased impact, it is not lovely. The second one is just increasing that bad resonance. Maybe I'll just keep them for now to see what I need. This needs an equalizer, and there is a trick. Look, this specific sample has a different sound. Ta-dum. Around these frequencies. This is so good. Here. I really like it. So I just did this boost in case I forget. We need a little bit of saturation on these snares. Cider, I'm sorry. Okay, it is good. This other snare on, I think it was on drums room. It's not sounding really good. And there is another track I muted. What's the use of this? What is the use of this? So and I need a bus compressor here. I need a bus compressor here before this compixer that I usually forgot this plugin's name. I need a bus compressor. Bus compressor. Bus comp. Okay. Let's go with this one. Why aren't they linked? Oh, okay. It loses body when I add this excitement. it needs a limiter actually. Let me add a limiter to have more impact. No, I'm not using this one. This one is just wasting everything. Let me add a distortion. This distortion might work well. Let's be friendly, please. Seems friendly enough. Okay. And a little bit more distortion on higher frequencies could be very useful. Let me see if it could do that. Okay. I need this room to be lower. All right. Snare is not still what I want. Why are you torturing me? I need to use more simple tools. I'm too engaged with these saturations and distortions. I need to use ReQ and make it mine. So I don't need these for now. Okay, I need more distortion on higher frequencies. It is good for now, but I need more manipulation and higher frequency distortion, fuzzy quality. There was a fuzz distortion. Let me add that. Why didn't I use it? Distortion, fuzz. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Dry mix as it is. No. It could be useful on one of the snares, but I'm keeping it on this bass channel to think where I'm going to use it. I forgot, right? It has too much low end, so I'm going to do this. Are they all in sync? Why are snares sounding like that? I'm feeling some unsync audio.
Various
So I think it is enough for this session. We dealt with drums. Yes, there is some processes needed to be done for other videos. Like adding maybe some saturation on kicks and doing some other stuff, limiting maybe drums bus, the whole drums bus, adding a bus compressor or something on drums bus for color and more controls. Maybe adding some bus. Let me add this for the to not forget about maybe desk 1. I will check. And that's it. I will do some other processes on the next session, on the next video. This is a 1 hour video, almost 1 hour video, and we will talk later, my friends. We will talk about bass, about DIs, other audio materials, and I hope it was informative and useful for you. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your extremely high amount of time. Don't forget to subscribe and follow for more.